Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 50 of the 9 to 5 Fitness Podcast. We are raising the bat. The helmet's not coming off just yet. Gab, how are you? How'd you sleep?
Mate, it's very impressive. Well done.
Well done. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Honestly, it's impressive. I've learnt a lot. Have you learnt much?
Nah, fuck all, to be honest.
How'd you sleep?
I'm actually done with them when we first started.
We lose brain cells every podcast.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I slept actually really well. Mm-hmm. I'm recovering from a bit of an injury, and I think it was quite a healing sleep. What about yourself?
Slept very well, but more importantly, I'm wanting the ones at home to tell us how they slept. Now, if you slept really well and you're listening on Spotify, give us 5 stars. If you slept really badly, give us 5 stars. And we'll know if you slept well or badly. So just make sure you go and do that because it actually helps us out a fair bit, doesn't it?
Gets in those algorithm things, really boosts us up those charts. I think we got 150 ratings on Spotify at the moment, which is really good compared to other podcasts. But we know there's more out there that it costs you nothing, literally. It's not like you have to follow someone or buy anything. You literally just click on the Spotify podcast, click 5 stars. You can do the same on Apple, except who listens on Apple? I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah,
so please make sure you do that. It really does help us out. I slept really well. What have we been up to lately? What's been the go?
Well, the first thing that I've been up to is I've absolutely been ripping into Jack Leach. Mate, if for anyone out there who doesn't watch cricket, he's a British cricket player. Now, the Ashes is going on, Australia versus England in the Test cricket. Right, and England are absolutely piss poor, and probably their worst player is Jack Leach, who's a spin bowler, and he wears goggles, and he just bowls lollipops the whole day, and he's absolutely useless with the bat and the ball and a fielder. He's just an absolute passenger, and I love getting into him because I reckon he's the most useless player, and he's symptomatic of the entire England team.
There you go. Yeah, you haven't been a fan this whole...
I'm his biggest fan. Mate, keep playing him, honestly.
Absolute lollipops. He's throwing them up. They're smacking him around, but he keeps going. I'm excited to see how he goes. I reckon he's going to listen to this potty and he's going to go extra hard.
Right, bruv. Who said that? Right, bruv. Who said that?
Stokesy.
Stokesy.
Who said that?
Anyway, I think the cricket content is, not a whole lot of people get it, so we'll hop off that for the moment.
Yeah, we're not The Grade Cricketer, which is a very popular cricket podcast. You got a new phone?
Yeah, I did. I got the new iPhone 13 because, released a new program. A bunch of people bought it. I'm like, I'm going to treat myself to a new phone. We've been working hard. We're going to treat ourselves. So I was going to go for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I go in store and I'm like, fam, this is a bloody iPad. It's too big. If I'm cycling on the bike and have it in the back pocket, it's going to feel like I got a brick there.
The thing is, so I got the 11 Pro Max and I can't go back to anything smaller now. I'm on Max phones for the rest of my life, I think.
Because you've got boomer eyes and you can only see a thing if it's this big in front of you.
You know what's going for me is hearing. My hearing is shit ass.
Why?
I think it's because I listen to music too loud.
I reckon I do as well, but...
Oh, you're built different though. It's the
true.
Turk for you.
I've got the reinforced eardrums.
Yeah, from the Turk. Yeah. But my hearing is shot, so I might not hear what you're saying tonight. It's lucky I got these headphones on.
I'll speak a bit louder then.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, right. Yeah. But the new iPhone, so smooth. It's not a plug for iPhone, but the latest one's always just going to be sick. It's just awesome, to be honest. Look at that background.
It is nice. It is nice. And it takes very nice photos. I'm going away.
Where are you going, mate?
I'm leaving you. I'm actually going to Sydney on Tuesday, which I'm very excited about, just with mum and dad. Might catch up with a pretty famous TikToker over there because I'm cool like that. And then I'm actually off to the Gold Coast just after that. So if anyone's in those areas, maybe I'll see you there. Yeah,
guys, get around him. Come on. He's the 5 foot tall bloke with the ugly head and no muscles whatsoever. You'll smell him from a mile away. So get around him, guys.
He's rolling in. So I'll be there drinking a few beers, and I'm planning on doing like a healthy kind of holiday. That's the plan. So I want to be running, gym in the morning, and then I'll have a few beers at night and, try not to pull a hammy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's the next topic is last podcast we had 4 hamstrings. No, we've only got 3.
We're a 3 hamstring podcast today. We went down to the running track yesterday or the day before and did a bit of sprinting. And it was good fun.
Oh, so much fun.
We were running fast times. You had your spikes on.
Shirts were off. We were feeling like,
Degrassi or whatever his name is, or Usain Bolt. And we were making jokes like, "Oh, don't pull a hammy, bro. Don't pull a hammy," because Gav's a big power lifter. Sure enough,
Yeah,
Ping.
but all right, so I'll go into it a little bit. The first run's absolutely elite. You know, we're flying, not an injury in sight. We do our proper warm-up, everything like that, A skip, B skip. We do one run each, and we get our times. I ran like 11:24, you did 11:18, and then we did a race between you and I, and you beat me by probably like 20 centimeters, something like that.
You had spikes on, I didn't.
Yeah, but you also called the ready, set, go.
Yeah,
so,
but I'd take spikes over ready, set, go
mate,
all day.
I don't know about that.
100%.
I'm going to swap you.
All right, yeah, we'll do it when you get a good hammy.
Yeah. All right. And then so this coach is looking at us run, and he goes, "Do you guys want me to teach you how to do a track start?" And we're like, "Yeah, all right." So Louis does his, and he probably takes 5 minutes explaining it. And then I go straight into mine. My body's probably cooled down a little bit by then. So I go straight into like a takeoff. 15 meters down the track, it feels like I've been shot with a bullet in the back of my hamstring. I'm like, fucking hell. And it's just super awkward because all these kids were watching us.
Yeah.
They like watch our videos and stuff. And Louis there with the camera laughing, thinking, yeah.
I thought he was joking because you make heaps of jokes like that. Like there'll be a lot of, where it's like, oh, like I done my hammy, and it's like on the camera and it's like funny. So I kept laughing, and
I was in genuine tears, so it was pretty rough.
And I'm laughing at him. He's crying.
This coach is feeling bad because he's just taught us this new technique, and I've fucking ripped my hamstring.
The coach is rattled.
Yeah.
And he comes out. He's like, "Oh, is he gonna be all right?" So, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Not much we can do now.
What's done is done, mate.
You fucked it, brother.
Yeah.
You've butchered him.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon? It's gotten a lot better today, though, 2 days
Yeah,
on.
the first 2 days, mate, I couldn't even put my pants on. It was ridiculous. I couldn't even go downstairs or walk around. But today we've made progress. I can put my pants on. I can walk around a little bit, although very slowly. But yeah, I was talking to my coach yesterday, and he said the hamstring, for like when you build up your legs and they got a lot of power, it's not from actually running, it's from when you slow down.
Yeah.
And that eccentric motion. Obviously you do a fair few Nordics and a bit of eccentric stuff for the hammies, whereas I don't. So and you can see it in the video, it's when I slowed down, they just like, yeah.
That's like that Adam Treloar thing where he was running, and I think he did a stretch on both legs, and then it was as he hit the ground. So like he stretched both legs and then fell forward, and it's as he hits the ground that it, like his legs, he does both hammies.
Yeah, so it's like a jet plane when it's shooting off all this power, and then like to actually stop when it's landing, it's like that's when the injury occurs, which is really strange. So
yeah,
I think I do want to get into it. Yeah,
that's why a lot of physios say it's impossible to actually do your hammy doing like a Nordic curl or an RDL, because like, you know how if you're doing like those big Nordic curls, it feels like you're going to do a hammy, but it's like, no, you're not going to do a hammy from that. It's like the tension and the eccentric.
Exactly. So I do want to get into more running training because I think it's like it's so much fun. I feel electric on that track, and a lot of people do roast my running form, and I'll admit it's fucking shit, but like I was a good runner in no matter what the form is. Like I'll outrun probably 90% of people. So
imagine when you do have good form though, so it's exciting. But yeah, like we'll get into TikTok hate later on because that's a topic we love chatting about. But I'm excited to see when you get.
We'll probably form. Our physio, he's an elite sprinter, like mid-10s kind of thing. So we might do a few sessions with him and get the form down pat. Although I did get a few comments from people saying I've got the same running form as Ronaldo, because Ronaldo's got really wide lats, so he's going kind of up and down like that. Yeah, I've
seen how he runs.
So. I don't know. Is it a bad
your
thing?
left arm comes up.
Yeah.
When you run, like it comes in front of you, instead of going side to side. It's
right. We'll have to get it on.
Interesting to watch. I mean, mine's so far from perfect. I like crunch.
But yours is way better than mine.
I think it's just a bit more like generic.
Yeah. But it moves quick.
But yeah, well, does the trick. What else are we doing? What else is going on in the world?
We thought we had too much money, so we thought we'd spend it on some cocktails. So we went to Dan's, spent an absolute mint there.
Yep.
We've got a cool little cocktail cart with some LEDs that you can see in the background there. And we've absolutely kitted it out because we are not fitness oriented anymore. We're actually turning into alcoholics.
Yeah, that's the plan. It was very random the way this worked. I think, I don't even remember. I think we were just talking about like cocktails, and then we were like, oh, we should get, a few spirits for the house. And then it turned into us getting a cocktail cart.
Yep.
And then buying a shit ton of alcohol.
Yep.
And then also buying LEDs for that cocktail cart, so it looks very schmick.
Yeah, exactly. Even got a few cheeky cigars there. Neither of us are big smokers or anything like that, but you know, you got to have that just for the look there. I reckon.
Smoking a cigar doesn't even have like the ramifications of a cigarette or a vape, because it's like
we'll
not
just
going
be
to your
telling
lungs.
all these 12-year-olds, you know, if you're going to smoke anything, smoke cigars, lads.
I mean, it's actually better for you. So,
No, but some people smoke it and inhale it, which is way worse for you. So don't inhale it.
You're not meant to inhale a cigar, I don't think.
You're just meant to mouth it.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Some people say the first time they get high is from a cigar. It's quite interesting.
I've heard you swish it around in your mouth, get the flavour.
Enjoyed the flavour.
Yeah. Might light a cigar tonight, actually.
Some cigar smokers smoke them so long that they get gum cancer, though.
Well, that's not good.
But I think you have to do it a fair bit. Anyway,
now, speaking of smoking and drinking, guys, nightlife is up and about in Melbourne. Well, it was. Apparently, they've just cancelled dance floors now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, no, you're not allowed any fun. But last Saturday night, I was actually on the dance floor. I was with a really cool chick. You know, we were going around to a few cool places. Drink, pint, lager, lads. Except there were no lads. It was just me and a girl.
Yep.
So it was good fun. But we're at this place in Richmond. Now, you guys know I'm a big fan of the new Strong 196s. 2.5 standards, 330 mils. It tastes like an absolute treat. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. You're off your rocker. So her and I were drinking these in line because obviously, you know, the line's a big way. We don't want to like have too much gap, too much of an interval between no drinks. So we're drinking these in line. I'm sipping on mine. A couple of people are coming up who recognise me in the line. We're just chatting about content, chatting shit. It's good fun, right? I finish my drink, crush the can, all good. She's still sipping on hers. Now this bouncer comes up to her. She finishes her drink. Bouncer comes up to her, grabs the drink and puts it away, puts it just on the ground in the gutter, something like that.
Yep.
And I thought he was just like putting a drink away for you. Thanks very much. Thanks for being a good bloke, mate. Really appreciate it. He goes and signals her, like, get out of the line, and goes like, you got to leave the line now.
Yeah.
Like pretty aggressive way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you like? Everyone's fucking drinking in this line, bro. Like, it's a nightclub. Like, people are drinking. Like, and so he goes to me, you're welcome to stay, mate, but she's got to leave. And so I'm like, it's just,
see ya.
All right, see you, love. Uber's out the front. See you later. So I then go up to him and, you know, I thought, you know, just bloke to bloke. I go, come on, hey, mate, is there any chance you can let this slide? Like, we're trying to have a good night here. We've been lining up for probably 30 minutes already.
You're well behaved. You haven't, you know, done anything wrong, really.
Yeah, I look like a pretty, you know, straight A student, you know, just like a very...
Relatively sober.
Yeah,
not
relatively
causing any
sober
trouble.
bloke. And he goes up to me, he's like, no way, mate. He's got like a Kiwi accent. He goes, absolutely no chance, mate. I'm like, mate, like everyone's drinking in this line. Surely you can just let it slide. Like, it's not the biggest deal. And he's like...
the absolute power trip.
Yeah, he was just absolutely power tripping on some 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
And wanted to, you know, really stamp his foot of authority there. And I go to him, mate, you're absolutely ego tripping here. Like... I didn't want to sound like too much of a dickhead, but like I just went up to him and said, mate, you're just some absolute nobody, a 50-year-old bouncer who's ego tripping and trying to ruin some 20-year-olds' nights for like not even doing anything particularly wrong.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to go in there and start punching people because you had a drink in the line.
And then his little 5-foot-tall bouncer mate starts laughing and backing him up. And I was just like, you know what? Like, and by the way, I'm calling out the location. So it was Public House in Richmond. If anyone has any connections to there, like, I genuinely hope this bloke gets fired because he was an absolute cunt of a human. I don't say that word very often. But I'm glad I didn't rip into him more. I just left it very respectfully. I just said something to kind of make him reevaluate his life. Now,
I think this is a good story because I wanted to talk about bouncers and my like towards bouncers has changed as I get older. Now, when I was younger, 18, I was like sucking up to them in the line. I was like fucking nervous. I was going to get let in. You know, you get to the front and there's like this, you know, 50-year-old bloke. Yeah, g'day, mate. It's like, I'm a genuine child. Although I'm 18. Yeah, g'day, mate. ID, you know, absolute pricks. So when I was younger, I'd be like, nah, like when I'd leave the club, I'd be like, oh, thanks, mate. Thanks for the very good night.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thanks so much for the good night. You know, and they're like, yeah, mate. Yeah. Like they give you nothing. Yeah. They just like look at you and nod their head. Anyway, as I've gotten older, I've realized that I am actively not going to do that because I haven't met a fucking good bouncer yet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like I have tried and I'm sure there's good bouncers out there, but I've been out a fair few times and I don't think I've met a good one yet. So because of that, I actively don't thank them on the way out.
And you know what? We're probably going to get some messages from people who listen to this podcast who are good bouncers.
I'm sure you are, and I believe you.
Look, mate, we haven't met you
I
yet.
haven't fucking met you though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I haven't met one who's not power tripping, and I understand you need to control a crowd. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We need bouncers. But bouncers who are power tripping, there is nothing worse.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be some level of like kind of lenience. You know, yes, these are the rules, but mate, you're not causing any trouble. So we'll let you in. You're going to put, $300 over the bar anyway and pay for this joint's rent or pay for my pay. So we may as well let you in and just a bit of lenience.
Yeah, honestly, I just want to reaffirm that point. If anyone does know anyone at Public House, I fucking hate this bloke. Like, it was like some 50-year-old, like, it's like, mate, surely...
Did you get his number? You can sometimes
No,
get their
I
number.
should have asked for something, though, because what an absolute...
Yeah.
Like,
well, they normally have a number on
I was genuinely waiting in that queue for probably like 40 minutes as well.
It kills ya.
Yeah, it does kill ya.
It kills ya. I think maybe it'll get around to it. I'm sure someone knows someone at Public House.
I'm going to give a Crime Stoppers description here. Caucasian man, probably 5'9", Kiwi accent, grey hair. Maybe not even grey hair.
Age.
Average face.
Rough age.
Probably below average face, in fact. Not built whatsoever, and he's a bouncer. Like, if push came to... No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have done shit. I would have fucking legged it. But yeah, that's kind of the description. If anyone knows him, fucking rip into him, because he's an absolute prick.
Just, yeah. Yeah, good. Anyway, it was a good chat, but yeah.
Anyway, we need to keep a roof over our heads, so Manscaped are sponsoring this podcast. So this podcast is presented to you by Manscaped. So, Manscaped are very good. We use them to trim our delicate regions.
Yeah, and so should you.
Yeah, I use it to shave my legs to keep them extra anabolic because, the hair hides the muscles. Also got other good things like ball deodorants, a foot duster, which is like a foot deodorant. They've got a fantastic set of products. Every man should have them. If you go onto their website, you can pick up their stuff and you can use code NTF at checkout. Yeah. And that'll give you 20% off and free shipping. And
it supports us. So
help your boys out.
We really do appreciate it. Do you have anything else on that?
I think, just all of the Manscaped range of really high quality products and very easy to market, in fact, because we got to make some videos for them and stuff, like some reels. And I'm thinking, it's so marketable, like the ball deodorant. Like, you just give it a spray. It's quite funny, after a big squat session, after you're sweaty down there. Yeah. Spray it with a bit of ball deodorant. Bob's your uncle, ready to go.
It's a pretty incredible brand, just off the plug. Like, it's an incredible brand, and they've come up so quickly in the last 3 years. So we're very glad and proud to be a part of them. Now,
we are both on the cut, and we've been, getting around some low-calorie kind of recipes and ingredients. Are there any ones that kind of stand out for you that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Well, you've changed my life with the egg whites. So in the health aisle, I think it is, or it's hard to find, but it's a carton of egg whites, and the macros in that are just incredible. So I have substituted 2 eggs in my 4-egg omelette in the morning. I've substituted 2 of them for, I think, 150 grams of egg whites, and it just about halves the calories. It's so good.
I used to diss egg whites. I'm like, you're just doing too much. Like, it's not worth it. I think that is true if you're literally doing it with eggs and you're getting rid of the yolk and chucking it out.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But if you get these cartons of egg whites, I don't know how the kind of price compares to it for how... I think it'd probably be better though.
Yeah.
It is it's so good. It is literally pure protein.
The macros in it, it's disgusting. It's incredible.
And the thing is, it doesn't even taste bad either. Like, I would have egg white only stuff for my turkey muffins. It's so lean. So I have the English muffins, 2 of those, 150 grams of egg whites, so 25 grams of low fat cheese or just light cheese, the shredded one. Sprinkle that in. Then I put in half a bag of spinach, some salt, some spices, and you kind of chop it all up like that, and it fries really nicely. Then a slice of turkey on the muffin, on a toasted muffin. Then a bit of Nando's Peronaise, a few jalapenos, and the egg thing. Mate, that is one of the most delicious breakfasts, and it is extremely anabolic. Are
you finding you're very hungry all the time on your cut, or is that kind of leveled out for you a little bit?
I'm not really cutting anymore because I think I'm on about 2,900 calories right now.
29?
Which will be a very, very marginal surplus for me. When I cycle, I kind of add in an extra 700 calories. But that, I'm actually fine at the moment, except when I'm at somebody else's house or I'm out or I see junk food in front of me, mate, it's like this beast gets unworking. The other night I was staying somewhere for a few days and I reckon I had 15,000 calories in 2 days.
Yeah.
I was just drinking beers. Like I'd order DoorDash for dinner, and then I'd get hungry an hour later and order more.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but I think you need to do that sometimes just for a bit of a mental relaxation. Like, we're going to have a couple of beers tonight, and I've been looking forward to it all week. Yeah. And just like knowing we're going to get there and enjoy it.
100%.
That's going to keep me going for the next couple of weeks.
Now, there's also the sugar-free Gatorades and Powerades. Which one's better out of the two?
I don't know the macros on the Gatorade.
7 calories.
Yeah, well, probably the Gatorade. The Powerade's not that good tasting, to be honest.
Really? You prefer the Gatorade?
Prefer the Gatorade.
And it's just nice to have in there to hydrate you. I'm not sure exactly what it's got in it, but it's just nice to break things up, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, we do so much activity, especially it's hot lately. You just need, it's just an easier way to kind of replenish your electrolytes.
100%. And now I've also literally just posted a recipe half an hour ago of my low calorie HSP. HSP is probably my favorite cheat meal. I love getting absolutely sent on a Saturday night and then going to Achilles on Chapel Street and getting the family size HSP and inhaling it in 13 seconds. The only issue is I reckon it's 3,000 to 4,000 calories in that serve.
It's so expensive on the cows,
but mate, nothing else hits different.
What have you done to rectify this?
Oh, well, I've made my own recipe, but I just wanted to say HSP can be really shit if you get it from a shit joint and the meat is like plastic and the chips are like frozen. But there's this absolute don at Achilles on Chapel Street who's working there 24/7. I said to him last Saturday night, I'm like, mate, are you the owner here? He goes, no, mate, I'm not the owner. I'm like, mate, you're holding this joint down. You're holding the barracks down. And he's really eccentric guy. He's a lovely bloke. He's bloody working there from 9 a.m. until bloody 7 a.m., I reckon. Yeah. He's holding down
9 till 9.
He looks like it as well. He looks pretty... Yeah. But I've made a low-calorie version. So it's got low-carb potatoes, chicken breast, light cheese, low-calorie barbecue sauce, sriracha, bit of garlic sauce. It is just fantastic. I've just posted a video on it and you guys should try it because it doesn't hit the same as a normal HSP, but it is kind of a good alternative.
Very good, mate. Well, I've been at my desk all bloody week trying to get out this athletic-based resistance program, and I've finally done it as of this this podcast. It is live. If you guys want to do what I do, which is kind of running and then also lifting, this is pretty much my structure. It comes with a structure on when to do the exercises, the running. So if you're hitting pre-season, check out the athletic-based resistance program.
And just roughly, what kind of is the structure that you do? Like how many days in the gym, what sessions, how many runs do you do?
Yep. So I think it's about 4 days in the gym and then there's 3 running sessions as well. So it's an upper-lower split. And then those running sessions are 2 kind of sprint-based ones and then 1 longer distance one. So it's like you want to kind of mimic a game almost when it comes to running. So obviously there's a lot of sprinting in there. But then I find a lot of people neglect kind of long distance. So like in a game you run 12 Ks or something. It's like if you're not going to be running at least 5 Ks, then you're going to blow up by the 4th quarter.
So soccer, footy, rugby, it sounds like that's pretty bang on for what this program is good for.
Yep, exactly right.
Any other sports in there you'd say?
Anything high intensity, it's going to help. I mean, it'd help cricket as well. Probably just like, you don't need it to be as explosive, but, the running between wickets and that sort of thing.
Yeah, Johnny Bairstow.
Johnny Bairstow.
Apparently he's actually a really quick runner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He
played
played academy rugby in the day or something like that. He's probably just like a really talented sports bloke who's just good at every sport.
Did you see that video of him and Stokesy walking off and the crowd was abusing him?
Oh yeah, didn't I send you a meme? It was Stokesy's about to punch on with the kid.
Who said it?
Who said it? Anyway, I've also got a program to plug. I've just released my power building program a few days ago. It's very good. Like a ridiculous amount of people have already bought it. I don't need to advertise it anymore. It's the sickest program ever. I get strong, get jacked. It's 11 weeks. You got a testing phase as well. Go buy it if you want. If not, I don't really care. Enough people have bought it and you're kind of missing out. So you can do your own shitty little Reddit iPhone notes workout if you'd like. But yeah, cool. As usual, we've got a very brimming mailbag. If you would like to ask us a question or have your name featured or not featured on the podcast, you can send us an email with a question or a DM. Now, you can DM us on Instagram or you email us at admin@9to5fitness.com.au. Thank you very much. Keep them nice and short.
Yeah.
Our first one, mate, what is it?
Woody Wiseman says how to deal with hate on TikTok, which is...
I never get hate.
I reckon the hate has kind of bumped up for me lately.
Same.
Not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I feel less fragile than ever. So I say fucking bring it on.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it? Oh, hey, wait. We should talk about how we used to deal with it versus how we deal with it now.
I reckon when we were just posting the 9 to 5 stuff, we were posting a lot of tip-based stuff. And so there probably wasn't as much hate. And now we're kind of doing more personal content. And, you know, a lot of it's me with my shirt off with a song in the background. And to people that don't know me, they're probably like, this guy's a dickhead. Yep. I'm intimidated by him. I'm not happy with myself. I'm going to post a hate comment behind my anonymous screen. And there seems to be a fair amount of that. But I just love coming back to them with an even better comeback and absolutely ratioing the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And
I think with so we used to, with 9 to 5 was like, you know, customers always right kind of thing. And we'd take that onto TikTok as well. So if someone was having a crack at us, we just kind of like laugh at it or just like leave it. Whereas now it's like we're on our personal accounts. It's like, mate, you little prick, like watch your tone.
Mate, I'm coming for your sister.
I'm coming for you and your family.
Yeah.
So we have a bit of a crack now. Sometimes you just can't be bothered though, because like the comment is so dumb.
One stood out to me. It was on one of my running videos, and this guy comments and tags his mate, and he goes, laughing emoji, this is a good idea to post, or this is a good post, something like that. I click on his profile, like he can't help the way his face looks. He owned like a tattoo shop or something, so that's why I didn't want to post about it in case he gets like bikies to fucking kill me. But mate, his face seriously had like a robber's dog, mate. He had like a neck beard and tattoos on his neck. And mate, it was just a shocking job. It was just a mess.
When the tattoos look so shit, it looks like they've been fucking vandalised by a group of 14-year-olds.
With crayons. Mate, I'm just like, fuck me. Like, I don't know.
Some of them make it too easy. Like by having a page with all your content on it, if you are going to start talking shit, make sure your content is up to scratch because geez, I'm going to come for you.
And it's like, I agree. I deserve whatever amount of hate for my running technique. It's shit house. But mate, if you can bench 165 kilos in a comp and run 11 seconds, hundreds, then please do at me.
Yeah.
And I'd be all ears for it behind that anonymous screen. So technique might not be the best, but
yeah. So how do we deal with hate is the question.
We don't.
We fucking get a podcast and
fire with fire,
rip shreds off of them. But in general, I think like you just can't let it really get to you. We might have let it get to us at one point, you know, a while ago, but now it's just like, fuck, we don't care.
A lot of the time, like the way I deal with it is I just think like this person's probably got much bigger problems going on in their life. They're probably, problems at home. They're not secure in themselves. They might have money issues. They might not have many opportunities and things like that. And they might feel kind of like the content we post might evoke that emotional reaction from people of getting intimidated and not happy with themselves. So they feel the need to hate. And so I kind of understand it from that perspective.
Yeah. Also, you're just never going to be able to please anyone. I think you did something a while ago, which was like fucking hilarious. It's like when you're out of calories, you don't have any more calories. So you're having like chewing gum and water for dinner. And it's like, oh, you're triggering all these people with like eating disorders and stuff. It's like, look, maybe you should get off the internet if you're going to be triggered by that. Because it's not,
I love like Tyler, the Creator's response to cyberbullying. And obviously cyberbullying is a real thing and there is shit out there that's pretty nasty. But he says like, he goes like, N-word, just close the screen.
Just close the screen. It's pretty simple.
Close the screen.
Like it's not real. It's in some different world.
Yeah.
So hopefully we helped you there, Woody. But it doesn't really matter, bro.
The next question is from Jacob Haskell. How did you two meet each other?
On Grindr.
Yeah. Wasn't it Tinder?
Tinder back in the day. No. We met each other at school.
Yeah. Year 6.
Year 6, went to the same school.
Yep.
We've gone through this story a few times, but I reckon there's a few more listeners nowadays, so maybe we'll go over it again. I was at the same school as you and we became friends.
I don't even think we were that close in the first few years at school. We probably I actually was.
No, so was I.
In year 8, we probably became better mates, and then again in year 9, and then I left and went to a different school in year 10, 11, and 12, and I reckon we only saw each other once for those 3 years, to be honest. But we kind of rekindled that friendship after year 12. So in uni, we started playing like indoor soccer with our mates. And
that's right.
And then after we'd go play indoor soccer on a Monday at like 6 p.m, we'd go to the kind of calisthenics outdoor gym, and we'd go and train there. And then the friendship grew from there. So I'd say the friendship obviously started in like 2009, but it really started getting strong in 2017.
Yep, definitely. I think we became pretty close in year 8 there, wasn't it? Because I remember the whole school hated me, and I think they hated you as well.
Yeah.
And then we were like, fuck it.
But then the tables turned in that school.
Tables turned so fast, yeah.
It was, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the popular kids who like hated us, they became like public enemy number 1, and we kind of took their spot. And it was kind of Louis and Gab running the joint. It was quite crazy.
I reckon some people have different accounts of this, but we'll run with it.
Nah, 100%, mate. I was like the kingpin. I was the Don.
Shit, you were funny back in those days as well.
Oh, mate, some of the stories.
We can't get into those.
Yeah. I'll give you one, guys. So there was a point where we kind of outgrew the school, right? We'd go and fight the kids in the year above, right? Because we were that bored. And there was this one kid I absolutely hated. He had glasses. He was an absolute prick of a human.
No, he was just chirpy.
He was so chirpy, mate. And so he was in the year above. We were playing like an aggressive game of soccer at recess. He kicks it into my nuts. So I go up to him and I grab both of his hands and I twist them around and I break like 4 of his fingers. Obviously not the best move, but I got like suspended for 2 weeks or something for doing that. But like, I reckon he had it coming for him. He was an absolute...
He was in fucking tears on the side.
Honestly, no, I don't regret it at all, to be honest. Yeah, that was character building for him.
Yeah, you didn't mean to break all of his fingers. And he was real gamey. Wouldn't have been able to fucking game after that, would he?
Oh, God.
Poor bastard.
And that was nowhere near the worst thing I did either.
Oh, no. Well, I wish we could get into it. Maybe another time. Maybe we should do like an exclusive podcast.
Yeah, like people have to pay money to listen to it.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be good.
That'd be a good idea.
Next one. Okay. Yes, that's that question answered. What stops for newbie gym member on a budget? Leith Mitch. So if you're just getting into the gym, you got no money, you're a broke uni student, the number 1 supplement you need is creatine. This stuff is phenomenal. It is the most studied supplement. It is fairly guaranteed results. I think some people respond to it better than others, but it is extremely cheap. You just need a tub of creatine monohydrate.
Yep.
I remember when we first started training in 2017, we had no money. Like, we were so poor. Mm-hmm. What other supplements did you kind of get around?
I think for me, it was just whey protein and creatine. And I don't think you need anything more than that if you're starting out. I think we might have been investing in BCAAs.
We were.
But look, if you're young, dumb and broke, don't worry about BCAAs for now. And
the science is more leaning towards EAA plus BCAA blends as well. So if you do end up getting one, make sure you get more of the new blend as well. I think EHP Lab's still a really good one.
Yeah,
so
Beyond.
I'd say if you've only got I'd spend $100 a month on supplements. I reckon I'd go down to the local supplement store. I think it was AAA Supplements. Shout out to them because they ghosted me when I was looking for a supplement
sponsorship. Yeah.
Absolute dogs. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd go down to their store. I'd get the cheapest creatine. I'd get not protein because I couldn't really have it because of my stomach.
Yep.
And I'd get amino acids, BCAAs, and that would be it really. So I think if you are on a budget and you want to support us, Elite Supplements have the Dimetize one or the
Dimetize is great.
What's that brand? Emerald Labs one, which is really good. And they're like so cheap. Just get creatine monohydrate. It'll be like $20-$30. Grab that. Grab yourself either the Muscle Nation or the Dimetize whey isolate. That is really good. Super lean.
I always loved that Dimetize one. That was really nice.
It's going to be way better than the ones you get from Chemist Warehouse as well. Like those ones are cheap for a reason because they're extremely low quality.
Pretty nasty.
And you'll be not having a great time on the toilet. I think that's probably all you need. You can get a pre-workout if you want. You can get a amino blend.
Yep. Good man. I think that's that's the supplements for you, mate. But don't worry too much about supplements. Just get your eating right as well. But supplements do help.
Yeah. Should we leave it there?
Yeah, let's leave it there.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you do want to support us, what can they do, Louis?
Well, Spotify has this new thing where you can rate the podcast. Please rate us 5 stars. It really helps us out. We've also got Apple Podcasts. You can do the same. And then on YouTube as well, if you chuck us a subscribe, chuck it a like, even comment.
That'd be awesome. And some other ways you can actually support us in more of a monetary way. We have this fantastic apparel range. We got some cool tank tops, some cool shorts, a nice little t-shirt you're wearing. That is all available on our website. The link should be in our bio of whatever you're listening on, our Instagram, anything like that. We also got programs, meal plans, everything like that you can buy. We've got supplements. Use code NTF from Elite Supplements. And also any sponsors that were mentioned in this video, you can also use our code and buy up from them. That'll support us a lot. Thank you guys so much for your support and for listening.
Thanks, guys.